What's up, wrestling world? I am B-Train from Those Missouri Guys, and I'm here today to discuss with you, well, it's more of like a response.
Oh, yes! Ow, 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 ow.
Not that kind of response, but you get what I'm saying, alright? I haven't even gone into the video and I'm already saying you get what I'm saying. Anyways, past the rambling. Fight Nation, or Brian Crazy. I like how you stated facts about how it's time to move on from the Attitude Era. You can't recreate it, you know, and you did state some very, very good facts that even I can't dispute with you. However, I will point out to you just a few things that were kind of Attitude-like that ended up in a few storylines on two separate shows. SmackDown had the chair incident with Kane and Daniel Bryan. That was a little touch of Attitude Era. The whole concept between Kane and Daniel Bryan is a concept that reminds me a little bit much like, well, I don't know, Kane and X-Pac when they teamed up. It was a bit of an odd pairing to me, you know, and as far as the WWE being a family-oriented show, I cannot sit here and say that because, you know, family-oriented, so a bunch of guys wrestling around and their family members tell them, oh, this is just storyline, oh, this is just big. That's great. You know, there's still some people that actually dig into this 100%. I don't know if you could say I dig into this 100%. What do I mean by that? The product now may not be satisfying to me, but it may be satisfying to, you know, other people who tune in and watch Raw or SmackDown. There's been some interesting storylines maybe once or twice this year, and the 2 or 3 main superstars that keep that going, in my opinion, would probably be AJ Lee, John Cena. Actually, I lied, 4. AJ Lee, John Cena, CM Punk, and Daniel Bryan. The whole intriguing thing to me, you know, is that, I don't know why, but the quality in programming picks up whenever there's a pay-per-view. You know, the storyline starts getting better. There's better, I don't know if you want to say better builds than Attitude Era, but there's better builds when it's going near pay-per-view. Granted, there's a lot of things that could be fixed about this era, like the fact that, you know, if you want to let loose on a microphone, go on ahead, but you get fined. Or, you know, when some guy's leaning over the barricade and he can't hit him with a chair or else he gets fined. So you really can't let loose in this business right now. I respect each and every single one of those guys who go out there and, you know, put themselves on the line for our entertainment. Because, you know, if we tried to go in there and do what they do, I don't think any of us could, you know, keep track of what was going on inside that ring. And to be honest with you, I don't think any of us could be on the road that much, for that matter. Oh, and off topic. Linda McMahon running for Congress, I heard in your video that she was actually winning, so she only took down some of the videos to help out her campaign. That's great. You know, more power to you, Linda, if you want to do with your business and all this stuff. And the statements about Vince probably are out of frustration for a lot of various reasons. Number one, he was an innovator. Number one, he fought for this company tooth and nail. I don't know, some people might agree with you on the WrestleMania 17 statement, but I figure, you know, there's some people that believe that Austin did it because, I don't know, there's a lot of debate. Let's just leave it at that. There's a lot of debate on if that moment killed the Attitude Era, because when it got to WrestleMania 28 and Triple H faced The Undertaker, some say that was the end of the era. I mean, how many times can you give this era life? Because there's maybe one or two, maybe three still breathing from that era that show up occasionally on shows. Undertaker, who has spot appearances due to family life and constant life backstage or outside of World Wrestling Entertainment. Then you have Kane, who is thriving right now as being a tag team partner, dysfunctional tag team partner, I might add, for the storyline. And then you have Triple H, who works as the COO. So, and there's also been reports of Lita being backstage and JBL, and they were all a part of the Attitude Era. So, to say for us Attitude Era fans to move on, it's not easy. We still, you know, some of us still watch the product now but kind of cringe because from our perspective, and some of our perspectives I should say, there is no variety. There is no... What do I mean by variety? CM Punk and John Cena have faced each other several times. You know, if you add somebody new into this storyline, like, I don't know, a mid-carder, for example, make himself be a big name around the company, besides Zack Ryder, okay? Let's add someone like Alex Riley into the mix. A lot of people wonder what's happened to him. Well, superstars, now main event on Ion. I mean, guys, let's face it, okay? There's a lot of things good with this company, and there's a lot of things bad with this company. You know me, I focus a lot on the bad during Monday night reviews of Raw. And part of that is because it's just so dull during the announce cast. You can't even... I mean, I try to stay awake during the matches, and I try to, you know, see what's going on, survey the territory and see what's going on. Oh, that brings me to another point. Sound like I've got the answer on Jeopardy for a second. Anyways, let's see, what could I also be thinking of? Okay, let me think.
Oh, yes! Ow! 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 Ow!
No, again, not the diner scene, but okay. You said you liked the territories. Well, you forgot to mention one very important territory. And even though it may be irrelevant, because this is about Attitude Era, ECW. A company that was headed by Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, who happens to be in World Wrestling Entertainment right now with CM Punk. I mean, I don't know what else is the point of having Heyman in there if he can't interfere or do anything to get up on the apron, or, you know, even interfering in matches is not allowed very much. So, I mean, you don't even see, well, Vicky may pull somebody's leg or do something, but it's really ridiculous to me how Paul Heyman, who's like the modern day Bobby the Brain Heenan, you know, he can't... I know that comparison may have been a little unjust, but just think of it this way. Aside from all the off-topic banter, World Wrestling Entertainment is something that needs to be fine-tuned. It needs to be tweaked. You know, everybody might say John Cena needs to stop being the front man. If they want to go that, if you guys want to go that direction, fine. No, more power to you. You know, nobody's stopping you, Vince, because he's making $68 million. He's got, you know, a huge following. He's a very nice guy outside the ring, and I can attest to that because I've met him. I just don't think that he knows how to carry a show on without being neutral. And by, you know, there's a whole other discussion for this, so stay tuned. I am Beat Train from those Missouri guys. And Fight Nation, I respect your opinion and your critiques. And, for real this time, this is my outro. I am B-Train from those Missouri guys. Good wrestling, good morrow. See ya.